Hello YouTube. Well, this is the chicken coop. It's the chicken coop I built by hand. I'm not a builder, so yes, it looks like crap, but the frame is solid. I used 6x6s in the ground straight up, then tied it all together with 2x12s. So it's solid, it's just not pretty. Part of the thing is I didn't know about overhang for your roof on the front and the sides. I did the back, but I didn't do the front and sides. So that's something that's going to need improving. I use plastic roofing, and it's already been messed up by the wind and the rain and the sun. So I'll be investing in metal and putting that up. The plywood sides wasn't my first choice, but what I wanted I couldn't find right away, so we had to do that to get it done. What I want to use is the round edges off logs from a lumber mill, but I haven't found a lumber mill yet, and Lord knows how much they charge you for that. So I haven't even checked into that yet. But the fencing area, it's got about 6 to 10 inches of concrete, and the fence is buried in that, so that way no animals can dig in and around. It's all the way around the fenced-in area, and I put, chicken wire on against the building too. Cut a little hole for them to get in and out. The water, we have a spigot up here, one of those free freeze or something, and I just took a old garden hose we had, and I buried it to that thing. And I have a toilet filler in there, and when it gets low it fills up, and I gotta empty it every once in a while because the chickens get crap in there or whatever, dirt, whatever they get in there, and I just swish it around and refill it back up. But I've had no issues with it now that I buried it, and the water stays pretty cool for them even when it's hot out. This little rooster right here thought we were having such a good time. He just walked up from the street one day and just decided to stay. He's not even mine. Don't know where he came from. Just noticed him in the flock one day, and guess he liked it enough and he stays. Most of our chickens are... Hey, see, he knows we're talking about him. Most of our chickens are, I believe they're called Rhode Island Reds. Don't quote me on that. We've got a couple different ones in here, but that's for the most part what they are. It's about 22 of them, and then the rest of them is just mixes. I think that's a white leghorn rooster, and there's 2 white leghorn females and 2 black Australoops, I think, and then there's 2 other roosters. We're not sure what they are. They were just given to us, and I haven't really figured out what they are yet. And then we got that little black and white one. I forget what they're called, but they're bred to be small. She lays these little tiny eggs. Like a little fidgety thing. Look at that. That's all she does all day is run around. Oh, we're about to get Nature Channel, National Geographic over here. Anyways, this is the chicken coop. It's kind of dark in here, but I was laying straw. You can see the ladies in their nesting boxes. I was laying straw, and it just wasn't working right. So I went ahead and got pine shavings, which I have to replace out this weekend because I'm getting a little bit of flies and stuff in here. I was supposed to do it last weekend. Excuse me. I was supposed to do it last weekend, but we ran out of time, and I wasn't able to get by the Tractor Supply and get the pine shavings. It's like $4 a bag, and a whole bag will lay this whole place. And the second one I'll just use to fill their nesting boxes. But we'll go in here. I got 2 perches. They all congregate on there, and here's all the nesting boxes. And even though you have nesting boxes, some people just like to do what they want, lay their eggs wherever they want. No rules. But that's one of the black Australoops. I don't know if that's coming up. I don't have a light on this. I normally have pine shavings in them, but like I said, I've run out, and I haven't just been able to get by. I'll probably get by there this weekend. It's no big deal. The eggs will get a little more poop on them. I put mats from behind tractor trailer tires, the mud flaps. We had some at the shop left over, and I just cut them up and placed them in there because when the chickens would drop the eggs, they would crack them on the milk crates. So I just laid those in there, and they're tough enough that they hold up on the chickens, but they're soft enough that the eggs won't crack. So that worked out pretty good. They don't stay in here unless they're sleeping. That's all they stay in here. This was the bright idea I had to let light in during the wintertime. And yeah, that was the first hole to be made. I had a bad storm and it blew it right out. But put a piece of plastic and now it's holding up, thank goodness. But there we are again. A lot of this stuff I try and make so it's minimal maintenance. So if I'm away or something, my wife can take care of it by herself. This chicken feeder was one of those things. I seen it on Homesteading Economics. I believe his name's Tim. Made a smaller one that hold like a little less than 40 pounds of food, and the chickens go through that in no time. So I supersized it, and I believe this is 8-inch, 10-inch, maybe 8-inch, 10-inch galvanized air conditioning pipe. I didn't know I put it in the wrong way. I should have put the fins that are down there on the end of the pipe at the top. That would have made that top piece fit better. Live and learn. But it'll hold 50 pounds to about here. Maybe here. And I mean, you could put probably about 65 pounds of food in there. And the string holds, the string's rated at 100. And I have it in the roof and such. I had a 5-gallon bucket, some contraption early on, and the chickens would jump in the 5-gallon bucket and lay eggs. So you go at the bottom and there'd be eggs all at the bottom when the food's done. I'm like, oh guys, this ain't gonna work. So that's why the top's on there. Top is mandatory because they'll sometimes somehow sit on this string and perch themselves on there too. But it does pretty well. 30 chickens. If I have a 50-pound in there, I'll fill it Saturday. Friday night, Friday afternoon, it'll be empty. And that's with them being out all day. I imagine if they are in all day, that's going to go a lot quicker. Because they won't have any bugs or worms or whatever to get. So that would imagine go quicker. But I need to redo everything in here pretty much. I didn't frame the walls. I just ran 2x4s to hold the plywood up. So I need to run frame. You know, I'll do it one wall at a time. You know, frame the wall and do it right. And then I just need to find that log ends to do it. You know, I don't need them all at one time. I don't need enough to do the whole building. I just need a couple. Knock down a wall, do it, complete it, be done with it. You know, save up, get more. You know what I mean? But this is the chicken coop. This is the ladies. Old broody hens. I collect eggs every day, but these things just won't sit on them. So, whatever, I guess. But let's see how many. This one don't like being touched. But I gotta collect. I know. You don't like it. Ah! Oop, only 3. One big black. 5. Let's see what you got. Don't kick him out. Come on, Mama. Thank you. 3 in there. So 3, 6, 9, 12. That's not bad. And there was 2 in the 3 down there, and there's 2 in the cat house that we put outside. So they like to lay in that. So apparently this is enough for them. They want to lay elsewhere, and I imagine they're laying in the trees and wood somewhere too. I just haven't found it. But just figured I'd let y'all see this. So any questions, comments, or anything like that, leave them in the bottom. All right, thank you. I forgot our newest additions. These we actually hatched from our eggs that the chickens laid here. All the other ones were bought at Tractor Supply, and these are the first ones that we actually hatched from our own eggs. I don't know what they are. This one, I think, is going to be like those 2 red and blue and black roosters. This little one is still inside. I think the other two are looking more like they're just going to be, you know, the Rhode Island Reds, normal chickens. But be interesting to see what they look like when they're full grown up. I'm pretty sure that one inside still is a rooster. I heard him crow the other day. Yeah, I'm talking about you, sir. The other two just look like hens. I don't know how to sex them. I just wait till they grow up and they crow. If they crow, they're male. If they don't, they're female. That's how I figured it out. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later. Bye.